If you had a chance to go over this link here, which is the announcement of React 16.3 and the changes that came with it, you will have read about the 3 lifecycle methods that have been deprecated. One we talked about already, this component will receive props. That's going away. A couple more lifecycle methods that are also being removed are componentWillMount. And I'm just going to comment that out right away, as well as componentWillUpdate, which I'll also comment out. Those 3, componentWillMount, componentWillReceiveProps, and componentWillUpdate, are being deprecated or removed from React. In its place, we're receiving 2 new lifecycle methods that we can use. One is called getDerivedStateFromProps. Now there's one change about getDerivedStateFromProps, and that's that it's a static method. So we have to include the word static beforehand. GetDerivedStateFromProps receives props and state and should return the new updated state based upon the props. Now, I don't plan to go too much more into this, and the reason is because the React team has actually written a blog about how you probably don't need derived state. A lot of times this has been misused and caused weird bugs or performance issues in people's applications, when in reality there's actually a better way to go about what they were trying to do. The idea behind getDerivedStateFromProps is for, like it says in the blog, the rare cases when your component needs to take incoming props it's receiving from its parent and set its own state based upon those props. But again, the React team kind of discourages the use of this method, and so I'm not going to talk too much about it, and we probably won't be using it in this course. However, if you're interested in learning more about it, here's a link to the docs on getDerivedStateFromProps. And the last lifecycle method, the new one that's being introduced, is called getSnapshotBeforeUpdate. You can think of getSnapshotBeforeUpdate as a lifecycle method that allows you to sort of create a backup of the current way things are. And when I say backup, really all you'll be saving is some kind of data of some sort. Probably an object with multiple points of data inside of it. And that object would be called the snapshot because it's like a snapshot of the way your application is right now. Again, the React team says that it's not a super common lifecycle method that you'll end up using. And so we're not going to talk too much more about it. But once again, here's the documentation if you're interested in learning more about it. So that's essentially it for lifecycle methods for now. As you get more and more advanced in the applications that you're building with React, you'll definitely want to become pretty familiar with these lifecycle methods. For this course, we'll pretty much plan on sticking to componentDidMount and render. And if we end up needing another one, then I'll make sure to talk more about it at that time. Feel free to read through some of these articles, and when you're ready, let's move on.